Did you know that 60% of CEOs admit to feeling overwhelmed and unprepared for the challenges they face? Despite their success, many top leaders experience doubts and tough days. But what sets them apart is how they lead through it. They've mastered habits that turn stress into strength and decision-making into art. In this video, we're going to break down 6 surprising habits that can help you lead like a CEO, whether you're running a company or just want to improve your leadership skills. These habits are not what you'd expect. Forget the usual advice about hard work and ambition. Instead, we'll dive into strategies that CEOs use to stay calm under pressure, make smarter choices, and build lasting connections. By the end, you'll have the tools to start leading with confidence and purpose. Ready to unlock the secrets of CEO-level leadership? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. The Power of Pause. Cultivate strategic reflection. CEOs don't rush decisions. They pause. It sounds simple, but this habit is one of the most powerful leadership tools. When CEOs take time to reflect, they can see the bigger picture. It's not about being busy, it's about being strategic. The world's top leaders take regular breaks to step back from daily chaos and focus on long-term goals. A study by Harvard Business Review found that 70% of CEOs report that their decision-making improves after stepping away from the hustle. So, what's the key? It's carving out time each day to be silent and thoughtful. This doesn't mean wasting time. Rather, it means creating mental space to think clearly. For example, Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, practices thinking time to align his focus with company vision. If you want to lead like a CEO, embrace the pause. Put your phone away, close your laptop, and reflect. Consider your mission, ask tough questions, and avoid jumping into reactive decisions. CEOs do this all the time to avoid the firefighting trap, where you only deal with problems as they come up. In fact, Jeff Bezos says he makes better decisions when he's sleeping on it. By giving yourself the space to process, you make decisions that are not just urgent, but important. In today's world, where instant reactions are expected, this habit sets leaders apart from the crowd. Chapter 2. The Art of Listening. Turn feedback into fuel. CEOs are known for being great listeners. This isn't just about hearing words, it's about understanding underlying messages. Listening is one of the most underrated leadership skills, and it's the key to making smarter decisions. Richard Branson, founder of Virgin Group, once said, "The best way to learn is to listen. When you truly listen, you gain insights from people at every level of the organization." In fact, McKinsey & Company found that companies with leaders who listen well see a 20% higher employee satisfaction rate. It's a win-win. You learn, and your team feels valued. Listening isn't just passive, it's active. Ask follow-up questions, clarify ideas, and make sure you understand what's really being said. Top CEOs don't just listen to their teams, they listen to their customers, too. Steve Jobs famously used feedback to shape Apple's products. He was known for asking deep, probing questions, allowing customers to lead the innovation process. The more feedback you gather, the better you can adapt your strategy. But it's not just about collecting feedback. Great CEOs turn it into action. For example, when Amazon's CEO Andy Jassy receives negative feedback, he immediately follows up to make sure the issue is addressed. This kind of feedback loop helps to drive continuous improvement. So, how do you become a better listener? Practice empathy. Be present in the conversation, remove distractions, and focus on understanding the other person's perspective. The feedback you gain can be a goldmine for innovation, improving relationships, and making smarter decisions. Don't forget to subscribe for more leadership tips and strategies to level up your CEO game. Chapter 3. Unseen Discipline. Build the routine of ruthless consistency. Consistency is what separates good leaders from great ones. The most successful CEOs don't just have big ideas, they stick to them. It's not about having a flash of brilliance. It's about showing up every single day with the same energy and commitment. This consistency builds trust, both in yourself and in your team. Look at the daily routines of CEOs like Elon Musk. He wakes up at 7 a.m. and has a strict routine to ensure maximum productivity. He blocks his day into 5-minute increments. This ruthless consistency doesn't leave room for distractions. When you follow a disciplined routine, you start to build momentum. Studies show that successful leaders spend about 40% of their time on high-priority tasks, and they do this by creating clear, repeatable habits. Tony Robbins, motivational speaker, emphasizes that success is built on daily habits, not on one-time efforts. The more consistent you are with the right actions, the more your team will trust your leadership. A study by the Harvard Business Review found that CEOs who maintain consistency in their decision-making are 12% more likely to achieve business growth. This means that sticking to your plans and goals increases the likelihood of success over time. The discipline to stick with your strategy, even when faced with challenges, is what drives long-term results. So, how can you start building this habit? Begin with your morning routine. Successful leaders like Tim Cook, CEO of Apple, start their day at 4:30 a.m. with exercise and planning. Once you establish a solid morning routine, you set the tone for the rest of the day. Whether it's checking emails, having a healthy breakfast, or reading for inspiration, consistency is key. The best part? As you build your discipline, you'll find that your team picks up on it. Your habits will become the foundation for a high-performance culture. The results speak for themselves. Leaders who stay disciplined and consistent see improvements in both their productivity and their team's success. Hit that subscribe button to get more insights into how consistency can make you a more effective leader. Chapter 4. Networking with Purpose. From contacts to catalysts, networking isn't about handing out business cards or attending endless mixers. CEOs network with purpose. They understand that relationships can be a game changer in business. It's not about knowing everyone, it's about knowing the right people who can help you grow. The key difference between successful CEOs and others? They build meaningful, long-lasting relationships. A study by the Journal of Business Venturing showed that entrepreneurs with strong networks are 38% more likely to succeed. It's not just about who you know, but how well you connect with them. Mark Zuckerberg, CEO of Meta, famously credits much of his success to the strong network of people he surrounded himself with. He didn't just aim to know tech entrepreneurs, he built relationships with innovators across various industries. Networking, for CEOs, is all about connecting with people who share similar values, goals, and visions. And it's not just about seeking help. CEOs often give back to their networks. Jeff Bezos, founder of Amazon, is known for his generosity. He's constantly mentoring young entrepreneurs, fostering relationships that can later provide mutual benefits. A strong network isn't transactional, it's about trust, value, and long-term collaboration. Building a purposeful network requires you to invest time and effort. It's not something that happens overnight. Start by identifying people you admire or those who share similar professional goals. Build rapport, show interest, and ask meaningful questions. When you focus on relationship building rather than just collecting names, you build a strong support system for your journey. Chapter 5. Lead with empathy. The CEO's superpower, empathy, is often seen as a soft skill, but in reality, it's one of the most powerful leadership tools a CEO can have. Understanding your team's emotions and perspectives can lead to stronger bonds, better collaboration, and even higher performance. As Daniel Goleman, author of Emotional Intelligence, notes, leaders who are highly empathic outperform others in virtually every area of leadership. A 2020 study by Gallup found that CEOs who demonstrate high levels of empathy see a 20% higher level of engagement from their employees. That's a huge deal. When your team feels understood and supported, they're more likely to be productive and loyal. Take Satya Nadella, CEO of Microsoft, for example. He's transformed the company by leading with empathy. Nadella doesn't just focus on innovation, he also invests in understanding his employees' needs. He actively listens to their concerns and creates an environment where they can thrive. His empathetic leadership helped increase Microsoft's market value by $1 trillion during his tenure. Empathy also creates a more inclusive culture. When employees feel understood, They're more likely to voice their ideas, leading to more innovation. Leaders who show empathy also promote psychological safety, which research shows is essential for creativity. To lead with empathy, start by getting to know your team members. Ask how they're doing, both professionally and personally. Be present when they speak, and show understanding even if you don't always agree with their views. By practicing empathy daily, you'll earn the respect and trust of your team. The best leaders recognize that understanding people's emotions isn't just a nice-to-have trait. It's a critical factor in success. When you lead with empathy, your team is more likely to perform at their best and stick with you through tough times. Chapter 6. Mastering Adaptability. The CEO's toolbox for uncertainty. The business world is unpredictable, and the ability to adapt quickly is essential for any leader. CEOs who thrive in uncertainty are the ones who can pivot and change direction when necessary. In fact, research by McKinsey & Company found that 75% of CEOs say they need to be more adaptable to succeed in today's fast-paced world. Adaptability is more than just reacting to change, it's about anticipating it. Leaders like Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk have built entire companies around this mindset. Musk, for example, has adapted his business model multiple times, shifting from software to space travel and electric cars. He doesn't fear change, he embraces it. When you master adaptability, you open up a world of possibilities. Being flexible in your strategy allows you to stay ahead of competitors. Take the COVID-19 pandemic, for instance. Companies that adapted quickly to remote work or changed their business models survived and even thrived. Those that resisted change struggled to keep up. But adaptability is not about making changes for the sake of it. It's about making informed decisions based on market trends, customer needs, and employee feedback. CEOs who are adaptable use data to make decisions, but they also trust their instincts when necessary. One important tool for adaptability is fostering a culture of innovation. Top CEOs encourage risk-taking and creative thinking within their teams. They understand that failure is often a stepping stone to success. In fact, companies that embrace failure as part of the learning process are 30% more likely to innovate effectively. To become more adaptable as a leader, make it a habit to assess your business environment regularly. Stay informed about market trends, customer behavior, and emerging technologies. Be open to changing your approach if something isn't working, and encourage your team to do the same. Adaptability doesn't mean changing everything all at once, it's about being open to small shifts that lead to big results. Adaptability is a key trait of resilient CEOs. They know that the road to success is rarely linear, but those who adapt can lead their teams through uncertainty and emerge stronger on the other side. Don't forget to hit subscribe for more tips on how to master adaptability and lead like a true CEO.